Hello and welcome back to Gardening for Health and Wellbeing. I thought we'd just do a bit of a quick garden tour for February. It's mid-February right now. So yeah, this is on the deck. This is all of my red basil. It has just gone crazy with all the rain. And then we also have a big Jim chili, which is actually producing some chilies. Because we've had a lot of rain on and off. It has actually started to rot some of the chilies that were growing quite well, and then all of a sudden they've just gone a bit yuck. I do have some onions that I've just sort of started. They haven't come up yet. And I've also planted in some garlic in amongst everywhere in my garden as well. This is the cayenne chili. We've got some chilies there. These seedlings, they all didn't make it. I don't know why. I think it was all the rain, too much water. There's one cherry tomato that survived. The lemons are doing well. They're growing nicely. They're getting nice and plump. Can't wait to use those in cooking and even eat some fresh. I love the tanginess of lemons. I'll take you over to where I did start to plant my potatoes in these two containers, but unfortunately the chickens got into it and scratched it all up, and I'm not sure if they're going to germinate and grow anymore. There was some foliage in this one here, so it's no longer there. Spin you around back over the blueberry farm while I was waiting to see if they would come back after I transplanted them into these pots. I decided that I wanted to put some garlic in here. The chickens also came along and kept part of the pots of the green shoots, but they're starting to come back now that we've had lots of rain. So I'll spin you around. We'll head over to the garden beds along the fence line. So this first bed, it's starting to look a little bit disheveled. The first bed here, we've got a tomato. It's got some, I think it's white fly. I keep trying to get rid of it, knocking it off with the hose and stuff, but it doesn't seem to be working, so I might have to get some soapy water to see if that helps. But it is starting to flower nonetheless, but it doesn't look healthy. I'm not gonna, this year is not my year for tomatoes. I've also planted some flowers in here and more garlic. We've got the two chili plants there. We've got the scarlet runner beans. They don't look that healthy and great either. And then we've got more of the red basil, which I transplanted into this bed as well. Moving on over, this bed we've got the capsicums, the California Wonders, and some sweet potato. I think it's the purple variety. Some more basil in here, more garlic. I planted a loofah sponge. That's that one there. I'm hoping that will grow up this trellis and then hopefully trail off maybe up a tree or along the fence line or something. And I also planted some sunflowers and some other flowers in here as well, so hopefully they'll start to come to life. Over here I just randomly sprinkled some of my calendula seeds that I gathered from my first lot of calendula that I grew in the buckets, and to see if they would germinate and were viable, and it looks like they are actually viable as they are all coming up. Here we've got, I think is a round zucchini plant, that one I just transplanted, and we've got the Chinese capsicum, and this is the golden nugget, I think, pumpkin. Haven't seen much activity with these, and it's only producing the male flowers at the moment, so sure what's going to happen there. Then we've got the fire and ice, they change colours to like 5 different colours. Chilies before it turns to the red. That's growing quite nice. I've had a few harvests from that. Then we've got a spontaneous passion fruit vine, which I never even planted. This particular one, it just popped up in my veggie garden and I left it. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some fruit on it soon. Not much is happening in the background over here. I did plant some sweet peas at the back over in that corner to hopefully get some pop of colour, but they haven't germinated as yet, so I'm not sure what's happening there. And these plants here, there's only 2 here. These are the chili peppers. They're the habanero ones. They are starting to ripen. As you can see, they're the mustard habaneros. And I've already harvested maybe a dozen or so, and they're in the freezer waiting for more to ripen so that I can make a hot sauce. And then over in this bed, we have more sweet potatoes. I think there might even be another passion fruit right at the back there. I'm not 100% sure, but it does look like a passion fruit. We've got more basil. There's even a pineapple starting to grow here. This is just from offcut that I thought was just going to rot down, but it's decided to root, so I'm going to leave that there. So hopefully it'll grow and my family will consume that. I personally won't, because I'm intolerant to them. I break out in like hives and get really itchy. And then up in this box, I remember planting some yellow banana passion fruits probably a good year ago now, and I didn't think they were going to germinate, but they have. One in particular has decided to romp away and is growing well. I think I'm going to have to transplant them though into buckets or elsewhere in the garden, because I'm not sure if that's having that little bit of soil. There's not much nutrients or anything in there, so I'll have to change that. This is the compost bin. It keeps breaking down so well, I have to keep filling it up. That's already gone down maybe a good 6 inches, and I only filled that up to the very top about a week ago. So all of the bugs and microorganisms are doing its job. I'm breaking it down into good compost. And over here we have my turmeric. It's growing really well, and it's putting off a few, I call them pups. I'm not sure if that's what you actually call them or what, but there's more growing all the time. I only started off with 2, and now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe. And then there's another passion fruit vine in the back there as well, which I think I planted that one, and I think that one is a banana one. And then we've got the ginger in front. The chickens keep scratching in this bed, and it has made the ginger fall over, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to block it off somehow to stop them going in this bed. I'll spin you around. Over here, growing up this palm tree and near the shed and over the jug pipe is another passion fruit, which I never planted. Hopefully we'll get some fruit off of that one as well. So all in all, we got lots of passion fruit. Probably too many for us, but on a suburban backyard, having this many passion fruit is actually quite exciting. Nothing is growing in this section here. The sun doesn't really get into this area during the end of summer and whatnot, because of where the sun goes over. So I'm leaving it just fallow and hopefully just rejuvenate it again in the next couple of months, ready for growing over the mid to late autumn and through winter. probably plant some cabbages or something in here. And then we go to the fruit forest, or what I'm calling the fruit forest, all the ones in the buckets. So my peach tree used to be all the way down there. It is now going all the way to the top there. So I'm really happy with that. And then my 2 plum trees, I've got both over here. They're growing crazy. I'm going to have to try and find somewhere for them, and possibly even, I think it's called a spalier, where they train it along the fence line or something. Just because especially this one here is really long. So I'm going to have to do something with those. And then over here, my lemon tree, the one lemon that was on here, it did fall off. I think it got a bit stressed with the too much water and stuff. And these I said were cankers in the last video, I think. These are actually from a ghoul wasp. Some people cut the ghoul wasp bulb part, whatever, and that's to dry out the insects that are growing on the inside, because they'll start to emerge, and I'm not sure if they'll destroy the tree or not, but I'm going to see what happens. It's all an experiment this year. This is my first time with fruit trees and seeing the ghoul wasp and whatnot, so I'm just experimenting. Next is the lime. It is growing. Nothing's really coming on there at the moment. No flowers, no fruit or anything. It's just living its best life, I guess. And then coming over to the mandarin. They're all growing really, really well. I have about half a dozen fruit on there. So I'm looking forward to when they ripen. And then we've got the mulberry. And this is where the calendula was. That's the dead calendula, which I've got to take out, and I'll probably compost those. Yeah, and then in this one we have a random lettuce. I don't know where the seeds for that one come from, but it's a oak leaf lettuce. And then some flowers. And there's some random carrots in there too that I transplanted. Some more carrots over here. Transplanted more of the, well, not transplanted, but to see if the seeds are viable of the calendula. I put it in this one here, and it's grown, so that's awesome. Then we've got more marigolds and chives. I've cut back the sage so it does it does look a little bit messy. We've got the thyme, we've got some celery. First time growing that, it's growing okay. Going from the heat and then lots of rain is, I think, playing havoc with it, so it doesn't look the best it could be. More marigolds, and pretty much the same sort of plants over here with the thyme and sage, and there's the celery over this way somewhere too. And then over in these ones over here we have the garlic, and my potatoes that I planted in here like 6 months ago. Time started that things to grow. So there is actually one potato in there, and same in this one. There is a potato, and in there's more calendula, and I did plant some sunflowers in there before I knew the potatoes. I don't think potatoes and sunflowers like growing well together. I'll have to do a bit more research on that, but from what I can remember, I don't think they like one another very much. Some of my berry plants, they're doing okay. Again, we're definitely in the rain, playing havoc on it. It's starting to rain. A bit at least. My pumpkins have all died. I think the tree was keeping it away from the rain, and I wasn't watering it enough, and I don't know. It just wasn't working, so we'll have to figure something else out for pumpkins next year. And then all my chickens, where are they? Oh, there's Rhonda. And all the others are down the back. I've been turning over some of their bedding and more mulch that I've been putting down the back, and turning that into compost for me, so I'll get that out eventually and use it on the veggie garden, and hopefully all my plants will start growing really well. And here we go to the last little bit, the side garden, which is a bit of an experiment. Most of the plants have not done well. The only one that has really done well is the purple sweet potato, and there is some what are they called? I don't like them, my dad likes them. What are they called? Radish, I think it is. They're not really bulbing up too much. I don't know what the deal is there, but yeah. And then there's just lots and lots of weeds. There was a basil there, still struggling to live. But yeah, other than that, that's all of my garden tour. I can quickly show you some of the seedlings if you like. I did start to plant some of my alliums, which is like onions and leeks and things like that. And some of the leeks are actually starting to grow. Now, this is the, I think it's the Rouge de Milan tomatoes in that one. And this one is where the onions and that are. And there's some leeks starting to grow here. Don't know if you can see the little green specks there. And there's some at the back there. None of the other onions have come up yet. Here we've got some random tomatoes. I think they're more cherry tomatoes. I didn't think this tray was going to come to anything because it was sitting there with no seeds germinating for a long time. And so I was thinking that it was just going to be a garden. I was going to empty it, and then all of a sudden these three little plants decided that they wanted to survive. That's probably all there is for this garden tour. Thanks for watching. Bye.